Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now as you can tell we're going to do some foiling today. I have got these Gina K foilables. I've got some birthday sentiments and I've got some inside sentiments too that I'm looking for. And I'm going to get those out, lay those aside, and we're going to work with those today. I've also got some Pink and Main thank yous, and I've got some Pink and Main background panels, and we're going to be working with those. And then I've got a bunch of different Gina K foil colors. And I've got one stuck to my acetate there, and I always like to cut off the sticky part so that you don't get it attached because it can mess up your foil. And I think I even mess one up a little bit later too. So I'm just going to cut down a bunch of pieces and grab a bunch of different foil sheets and do some foiling. And I mean, I'm going to do a lot of foiling, more than I normally do on a foil video. So I've got my fuse machine turned on, and I had to push it to 3 so that it would heat up. I always use 3 for the temperature. Now I use copy paper for my carrier sheet, and I'm just going to get that one ready and lay it down, and then I'm going to cut some other pieces. I've got this pink color. I've got a gold, the turquoise color, and I've got silvers, but I think I'm just going to use the gold, the pink, and the turquoise. And I'm not using the exact names. I can link it in the description box below if you're interested in checking it out. I've also got the purple that actually came. I got the fuse bundle. I got it the limited special when you got all of the little things with it. That's when I got my fuse. I was fortunate. Now I'm getting my tape stuck again on there, and I cut it off so that it won't stick anymore. And I'm going to just foil a whole bunch of different things. Now, one of the things that I do in this video is I'm not dusting it like they say you have to. I'm going to die cut after foiled, and I'm going to do a lot of the things that they normally say won't work or whatever, and they'll work just fine. I'm going to cut these sheets down because that panel's not wide enough to cover these sheets. So I'm just going to cut them down to something that is manageable and foilable. So there's my first one, and you can see it foiled very well, but we're going to do a reveal here in a minute. I'm just going to run all of these background panels and these sentiments and just get it all done. And I zoomed out on my camera so that you could get a real full view of the fuse machine and the foilables and everything. I wanted to be able to have my machine in view. So I'm just going to grab some of that purple that I had a scrap, and I'm going to lay it on there. And there's another background panel. You can see it went, you can tell just by the, I don't know, like the indentations or whatever, and the foiling, you can tell if it's took well or not. If you don't see that pattern, you know that it didn't take. Now I pulled that off, and look how beautiful that was. And I didn't dust it or anything, and it turned out nice. And then that sheet, the reverse sheet there, I'm going to lay down on a foilable panel from Pink and Main. And there's the pink one. And so I've got like a trellis, and I've got a little squiggly line pattern. And I'm going to foil the reverse of that. We're not going to waste any of this foil. So, and then there's the turquoise. And you can see it went real well. And I didn't even wait for it to cool. I pulled it right off, and it was just fine. And so I'm going to just lay these other reverse pieces through. And you want to try and get them lined up on your foilable as much as you can. You can trim it up to fix it. And I think I do trim up some of these to fix it. But just look at the sheen on that. So much fun. And this video is really about the foiling and not so much about the card making. In fact, I didn't even video the card making. But I'll bring the cards in and show you what I did with all of these pieces and talk about what all I did with the foil. So you can see that this one here is done, and I'm just going to pop the next one in, try to line it up. I kind of fussed with this one a little bit because it's got those squiggly lines, and I was trying to get somewhat of a straight line on the top of my card. So that foiled really nicely too, and so we used every bit of that foil except for just the edges. And so my little supply of foil panels is growing here. And it goes pretty quick. I actually think, I did all of this foiling and everything in, I think it was 23 minutes. And I did speed this up to 11.35. So 11 minutes, a little bit more than 11 minutes. I sped it up, but I did all of it in 23 minutes. So real quickly, I had all my foil materials out, and I just started running them through. Now I have a little drawer that's nothing but foilable materials and the foil, and I keep it all right there so I can just reach it, grab it, and go. So this one foiled really nice too. I'll have to do some trimming of the edges, and I think that's what I'm doing right now while that other one is running through. And you'll see I'm using a different carrier sheet for those sentiments because they came with a different carrier sheet. So I'm using that, and I'm just trimming up that red panel so that I can use it. And there we go. And I'm kind of looking at them thinking, would those look good together? And then I've got my little sentiment, and that carrier sheet kind of unfolded on there, but it still worked beautifully, and it looks lovely. And I'll save all those remnants too. Now it looks like I'm wasting here, and I am. It's because had gotten caught on the sticky on there, and so the top and the bottom of that was a little bit messed up. So I just tried to now I'm cutting it off because I need a thick edge to bite when I put it into the fuse machine. Anyway, but it had some rough edges, so I just left it on there, and I'll just probably cut that away. So we'll get this next sentiment out, and we'll take a look at it. So I'm thinking about lining these two up, so that's why I've laid that together. So that will be probably one of the cards. I'm just starting to, in my mind while I'm running these, I'm trying to think, how are these going to come together? And then we've got this one, and we've got two little thank you sentiments. And you can see I'm laying all those reverse panels aside, the small ones. Now, this is the third reverse panel that we did, and I'm going to lay it down on this. I don't know what this color is. It's a bright, like a lime green or almost like a construction color. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to run that turquoise through on it. We'll see how it turns out. And I think I might cut some of these apart. Yeah, I'm going to do these birthday ones. I've got some gold here, so I'm just going to cut it to where I can lay it on there and run it through. I'm trying to decide which piece works, and I think I can do it like that. And then we've got that green with the turquoise. Not colors I would normally choose, but I think it comes together in the end. So these two sentiments, I kind of angled the foil so that it would make sure I covered everything. And I will tell you, I noticed when I was making the cards that any extra little foiling that was on there, I was able to just gently rub or blow off. So this stuff, I guess what I'm saying is if you use good products, you're going to have a good result. So the Pink in the Main and the Gina K, both of those are just excellent foilables. And I actually have some foil from Pink in Main that I didn't pull out. It's like a gold shimmer, and I could have used it. Now, I was thinking that I needed to die cut this before I foiled it. So I took this circle and die cut it out while I was waiting for that piece to come out. And those turned out really nice too. So I've got two happy birthday sentiments that I can use. And I'm going to lay those aside because, again, you can use the reverse. And I'm going to die cut this other one out and make a circle out of it as well, because I thought you're not supposed to die cut after you foil. But I proved that wrong with these cards that I make because I just die cut them all up and they turn out beautiful. So I'm just looking and trying to decide what colors I need to lay on here so that I can match some of these sentiments up with some of these panels. And so I think I got a purple one and a pink one, and I'm just going to get them laid on there, and we'll run those through. And I think that finishes up all the foiling that I do. Oh, maybe not. Looks like I might have some more. We'll see. Oh yeah, I wanted to do one with a strip at the bottom. And this one, I think that's the only one that I kind of messed up. So these, we've got the circles and we've got those, and those are just perfect. That one I was just showing, it was kind of offset a little bit, just the way that I had to fit the die in there because of how my paper was. But I think this is the one that, if I'd had noticed, I should have ran it back through again. And it might be because I should have used that carrier paper for that. Because that's one of the foilables that the carrier sheet came with. And it's more like a parchment paper. And I put it in this copy paper, so that might be why. So this will finish up all of our foiling. And I didn't video the card making, but I'm going to come back and show you how the cards turn out. So we'll just get this machine turned off, get this stuff out of the way, and then we'll look at our cards. So I was able to put together 4 cards and have some extra sentiments ready to go. So this one says thank you, and we've got that, I don't know, chartreuse green or whatever you want to call it. And then this one I die cut it with the hexagon gem sentiments, and I die cut this one with a scalloped rectangle die twice. I die cut this one as well. And then I've got these sentiments left. So you can die cut this stuff after you foil and everything turns out great. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.